class! Welcome to another episode of Math Pinadali. So in today's video, we are going to solve a challenging yet exciting problem involving rational inequality. So let's try to read the problem. It's a bit too long. A dressmaker ordered several meters of maroon cloth from a vendor, but the vendor only had 4 meters of cloth in stock. The vendor bought the remaining lengths of maroon cloth from a wholesaler for 1,120 pesos. He then sold those lengths of cloth to the dressmaker along with the original 4 meters of cloth for a total of 1,600 pesos. If the vendor's price per meter is at least 10 more than the wholesaler's price per meter, what possible lengths of cloth did the vendor purchase from the wholesaler? Okay, let's try to read that again. A dressmaker ordered several meters of maroon cloth from a vendor, but the vendor only had 4 meters of cloth in stock. The vendor bought the remaining lengths of maroon cloth from a wholesaler for 1,120 pesos. He then sold those lengths of cloth to the dressmaker along with the original 4 meters of cloth for a total of 1,600. If the vendor's price per meter is at least 10 more than the wholesaler's price per meter, what possible lengths of cloth did the vendor purchase from the wholesaler? So as you can see, we have the keyword here to determine if it's an inequality problem. We have the term at least. Okay? So our given we have the initial length of cloth na meron si vendor. So let's say we have 4 meters. This is vendor's cloth available. Let's say available cloth. Okay, next we have after 4 binili niya daw sa wholesaler at a price of 1,120. So we have 1,120. Okay, so we have pesos 1,120. Let's say we call this wholesaler's price. Okay, then we have 1,600. So let's say this is vendor's price, and we have at least 10 more, so minimum vendor's profit. So we have 10 pesos minimum vendor's profit per meter. Okay, so na-cover natin lahat ng given natin. So required is what possible lengths, let's say, of cloth did the vendor purchase from the wholesaler. Let's say X length bought from wholesaler. So X as the length ng cloth na binili niya dun sa wholesaler. Okay, so we have initially may 4 meters si vendor. Then bumili siya at a price of 1,120 sa wholesaler ng X length of cloth from the wholesaler. Then ibinenta niya yon, yung 4 and yung kasama yung X na binili niya at 1,600. Ibinenta niya. And another given, minimum 10 meters, 10 pesos per meter ang kita ng vendor natin. Okay? So solution, let's set up our inequality. To solve this, alamin natin kung magkano nga ba ang bentahan ni vendor ng kanyang cloth. So we have 1,600 over total cloth ng binenta niya, X plus 4. So yung X, ito yung binili niya sa wholesaler. Then we have 4 na initially meron siya. Okay? Minus wholesaler's price. We have 1,120 over ilan yung binili sa kanya ni vendor ay binenta ni wholesaler. That's X length of cloth. Pag subtract natin, presyo ni vendor minus presyo ni wholesaler, sabi dyan, at least 10 pesos daw mas malaki yung sa vendor. So that's greater than or equal to 10. Okay? I hope that's clear. So let's try to solve this na. So simplify natin. So pwede natin i-divide both sides by 10. So simplify natin. We have 160 over x plus 4 minus 112 over x is greater than or equal to 1. Okay? To solve this, lipat natin sa left yung side ng inequality natin yung 1 and isolate natin, gawin natin 0 yung nasa right side. So if 160 over x plus 4 minus 112 over x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Okay? So, let's try to find our LCD. So, pag sinulat natin ng LCD, we have our inequality will become 160x minus 112 x plus 4 minus x plus 4 times x all over x plus 4 times x greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so kinuha lang natin ang LCD. Next, simplify natin. If we simplify this, our equation will become 44x minus 448 minus x squared all over x plus 4 times x is greater than or equal to 0. Okay. So, multiply natin both sides by negative 1 para maging positive yung coefficient ng x squared natin. And arrange lang natin equation. We have, yung inequality, x squared minus 44x plus 448 over x plus 4 times x is less than or equal to 0. Ang reason, nag-multiply tayo ng negative 1. Kaya natin binaliktad yung sign. Okay? Or negative value. Then factor out natin, we have x minus 16 times x minus 28 over x plus 4 over x is less than or equal to 0. Okay, pinactor out natin yung numerator natin. Yung denominator, naka-factor na rin siya. Less than 0. So, okay. Now, what we are going to do is to plot a line para ma-determine natin kung alin ay yung mga magsasatisfy sa inequality natin. So, drawing tayo ng line. So, we have a line here na. Kita naman? Or sige, rewrite natin. We have a line here. Okay. So, we have 4 critical numbers. So, critical numbers, equate nyo lang yung factor ng numerator and denominator to 0. So, if we equate x minus 16 to 0, ang critical value natin is 16. Equate din natin ito sa 0, 28. Ito naman, negative 4. And this one, 0. So, plot natin isa-isa. So, unahin na natin nasa gitna. So, x is 0. Next, x is positive 16. Let's say positive 16 here. Okay, then 28, positive 28, and negative 4. So that's our critical values. So pag pinlot natin yung critical values natin, i-check natin kung magsasatisfy siya dun sa inequality. So try natin 0. So sa denominator natin, pag nag-0 ang denominator natin, it will be undefined. So ayaw natin siya mangyari. Therefore, hindi siya dapat maging part ng solution. So if we try to make our denominator 0, hindi masasatisfy ang inequality. So, hindi siya kasama. So, ano yun? So, that's negative 4. So, ito. So, pag pinlot natin siya, hindi siya shaded or unshaded. And 0. Meaning, pag unshaded, hindi siya part ng solution. Next, we have 16 and 28. So, pag 16, ang value ng x, since yan yung critical value, 16 minus 16 is 0. Ang magiging value nito ay equal to 0. Tama ba? So, we have 0. So, try natin. Meaning, pagka 0 tong numerator, possible na 0 siya. Tama? So, 0 yung isang value niya. So, 0. So, included to. Also, 28 included siya sa solution natin. Tama? So, if we plot 28, masasatisfy niya yung inequality. So, 0 to. So, kahit anong maging value ni x, sa side na to, okay lang, maliban lang sa 4 and 0, masasatisfy niya. So, plot natin siya. So, if we use 28, so, hindi siya undefined. So, 0 to. So, 0 times 28 minus 16, that's 12, is still 0. And part siya ng solution kasi ang inequality sign natin is less than or equal. Okay? I hope that's clear. Now, hindi pa tayo tapos. So, alam pa lang natin yung kung included or not included yung critical values natin. What we are going to do now is to have a sign table para ma-determine natin if ito bang nasa left ni negative 4 ay included, yung nasa pagitan ba ni negative 4 and 0 ay included, yung nasa pagitan ni 0 at 16 ay included ba sa solution, or si 16 to 28 lang ba, or 28 and beyond. Okay, I hope that's clear. So, to make up sign table, lagay lang natin lahat sa row, sa left, sa first column natin yung mga numbers natin. So, we have x minus 16, yung mga factors natin. Then, we have x minus 28. Okay. Then, we have x plus 4. We have x. Then, yung nasa numerator natin, x minus 16, x minus 28, and x plus 4, and x yung denominator. Okay? Then, pili tayo ng mga included dun sa sign table natin. Try natin, first is, if x is equals to, less than tayo ng negative 4. So, pili tayo para mas madali. Try natin negative 3. Okay? So, we have 4 critical numbers. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pili rin tayo napili tayo ng 5. Okay, na sign. So, meron tayong less than dito. Nasa pagitan ng negative 4 and 0. Negative 2. Next, pili pa tayo. 0 to 16. Pili tayo ng number. Let's say x is equals to 1. Okay. Then, pili pa tayo. From 16 to 28, let's try x is equals to 17. And lastly, from 28 and beyond, pili tayo. Let's say x is equals to 29. That's it. Actually, pwede kayong pumili ng kahit anong values basta pasok siya dun sa range. So, pili kayo. Kung ayaw nyo si negative 3, pwede namang... Ayun, sorry, hindi pala to negative 3. This should be less than negative 4. So, this should be... Let's say negative 5. Okay? I hope you get it. X equals to negative 2. Ito yun. Nasa pagitan siya ng negative 4 and 0. Pwede siya negative 3. So, nasa pagitan ni 0, 16, and 1. So, kung ayaw nyo ng 1, yung anything in between ng 0 to 16. And so on and so forth. Okay? Then, i-check lang natin yung sign. If x is equals to negative 5, anong value nitong factor na to? Negative 5 minus 16, that's negative. Sign lang yung isusulat natin. Negative 5 minus 28, that's still negative. Negative 5 plus 4, negative. X, negative. Multiply natin, x minus 16. Ito, multiply natin itong dalawang to. Tama ba? Ito lang yan, basically. So, if you multiply, that's positive. This one, it's still positive. And lastly, yung nalimutan pala natin, yung result nito, x minus 16, x minus 28 over x plus 4 over x. Okay, nakikita pa ba natin? Okay. So, sinulat lang natin, basically. So, ito yung tinatawag nating sign table. So, if we have positive divided by positive, what value we have? Positive. Okay, ito yung final natin. Next, if x is equals to negative 2 minus 16, negative. Negative 2 minus 28, negative. Negative 2 plus 4, positive. Negative 2, negative. So, x minus 16 times x minus 28, if x is equals to negative 2, anong sign yan? Check natin dito. Multiply lang natin negative times negative. Positive. Then we have x plus 4 times x. Positive times negative is negative. Our value, positive divided by negative. Negative. Okay? Next, continue lang natin. We have 1. So, this is still negative. This is negative. I hope you've followed naman dito, no? So, continue na lang natin. So, if 1, this is positive. This is positive. Sign nga lang pala. So, positive. So, multiply natin. This is positive. Positive times positive is positive. And positive divided by positive is a positive value. Okay, continue natin. We have positive here. This is negative here. This is positive. This is positive. Positive times negative, negative. And positive times positive is positive. So, negative divided by positive is negative. And lastly, positive, positive, 4. This is positive and is also positive. So, pag sinald natin, positive to, positive and positive. Okay, complete na natin yung sign table natin. Now, paano magme-make sense sa atin to? I-check naman natin ngayon kung yung final natin, ito nasa pinakababa, ito kasi yung buong inequality natin. Kung tatandaan nyo, ito siya. Lagyan ko lang ng note. Dito tayo. Mag-focus. So, meron tayong 5 parts nung line natin. Tama ba? That's negative 4. Less than negative 4. Between negative 4 and 0. 0 to 16. 16 to 28. And 28 beyond. Okay? Now, check natin kung alin ba dun sa mga yun ang kasama sa solution natin. So, how do we do that? Check natin yung inequality sign natin. Inequality sign is less than or equal to 0. Okay? Meaning, yung equal sign nito, yung magsasatisfy sa equal sign, nagawa na natin siya using our line. Tama. Ang magagawa, yung mga shaded part, siya yung nagsatisfy dun sa equal sign. Okay? Now, paano naman dun sa less than? So, yung less than sign dito, ang magsasabi naman ito ay kung ano yung signs dito sa sign table natin. Okay? Focus lang tayo dito sa baba kasi ito talaga yung inequality natin. So, ginamit natin sila para makita lang natin ang buo. Okay. So, yung less than 0, is it a positive or negative value? Right. That's a negative value. So, less than 0. So, magsasatisfy dito ay lahat ng negative dun sa sign table natin. Dun sa nasa pinakababa ng sign table natin. Kasi ito yung inequality natin. So, lahat lang ng negative, which is this one and this one. Okay? And if we check, x is equals to negative 2. Saan siya papasok? That's between the range of negative 4 to 0. Okay? So, our solution could be from negative 4 to 0 and this one, 17. That's 16 to 18. Okay. Now, we will disregard all the solutions between negative 4 to 0. Why? Our reason is it is a length problem. So, in a word problem, hindi naman tayo pwede magkaroon ng negative length. Okay? I hope that's clear. So, our solution is x should be final answer. So, I hope sulat na lang natin ito. Final answer, x should be greater than or equal, tama, dahil shaded siya, to 16, or but less than or equal to 28. Okay. So, check natin. Quick check lang tayo. Quick check. Pili tayo ng value between 16 and 28. So, pag tinry natin 17, then plot natin to. So, to check, let's say x is equals to 17. If x is equals to 17, 1,600 over 17 plus 4 minus 1,120 over x, that's 17, is greater than or equal to 10. True kaya kung greater than or equal to 10? If we plot, if we solve the inequality, that's 17 plus 4 minus 1,120 over 17. Plus. This is 10.30 greater than or 10.38 greater than or equal to 10. Nasatisfy niya naman yung inequality natin. If we try 16, let's say x is equals to 16, try natin. Ang magiging value nan is, sulat na lang natin, 10. Which 10 is greater than or equal to 10. Tama? If x is equals to 28, try natin. If x is equals to 28, masasatisfy niya ba? Tama ba na included siya sa solution natin? 10 greater than 10. Okay? So, included si 16 and 28. Now, if you want to try other numbers, let's say, sige, try tayo ng isa na hindi included dito sa final answer natin. Let's say x is equal to 15. Ano kaya magiging value? So, if you solve it in your calculators, try it at home, makikita nyo na, ang profit lang is 9.54, which hindi niya na-satisfy yung inequality natin. Okay? So, I hope you learned something in this video. So, ulitin lang natin, yung line natin, inequality line, sinolve niya lang yung problem na kung included ba or not included. So, since meron tayong less than or equal na sign. Now, yung less than part, which is, ang magsosolve naman nun is yung sign table natin. Okay? So, that's it. I hope you learned something in this video. So, this one's a bit challenging, but I know through practice, kaya natin to. Okay? So, see you again in our next video. Thank you for watching.